Okay, good day. So this is our review lecture for hydraulics. Okay, so dito sa hydraulics, we can actually summarize this course into three general equations. So the first equation is basically the continuity equation. Okay, so what is continuity equation? So by the way, okay, what is the equivalent of Q dito sa hydraulics? It is known as the discharge or the flow rate. So basically equal to area or cross-sectional area of the conduit times the velocity of flow. So for example, we'll be having a series connection, two pipes connected in a series. So continuity equation is derived from the law of conservation of mass. So let's say we'll be having a Q1, that is the discharge in the first pipe, and let's say we have a Q sub 2, ito yung discharge in pipe number 2. So what will be our continuity equation? Basically, we have Q1 is equal to Q sub 2, or we can write this one as area 1 times velocity 1 is equal to the area 2 times the velocity number 2. So that is the case just in case we'll be having pipes that are connected in a series. So just in case we'll be having a pipe distribution, and so for example, this is our source. Let's say this is Q1 to be distributed. So let's say we have Q sub 2 and we have the Q sub 3. So our equivalent equation will be Q sub 1, the source, will be equal to Q sub 2 plus the Q sub 3. So these are some of the possibilities when it comes to pipe connections, applying the continuity equation. So the second general equation here in hydraulics, we have the energy equation or the Bernoulli's. But before we discuss the energy equation, let's have the energy heads. So let's have the first one, H sub B. This is the velocity head, the B squared divided by 2G. So we call this one as the velocity head. So basically derived from the conservation of energy from potential to kinetic energy. So take note when it comes to hydraulics, if we are dealing with pipes, I assume that the flow is pressurized. So we have the next head. Let's say this is H sub P. This is the pressure head. So that is the pressure divided by the gamma, or that is the unit weight of the liquid inside that conduit. And the last one is we have the Z. In most references, they're using Z when it comes to the or to represent the elevation head. And so this is our these are the three energy heads. So how do we write the energy equation? So let's consider an example. For example, we have a pipe, and all you have to do is consider 2 points if you are to write the energy equation. Let's say this is point 1 and then point 2. Let's say the direction of flow will be from point 1 to point 2. All we have to do is observe if there are references or elevations that are given when it comes to problem solving. So do we have a reference line or a datum line? So let's say this is our reference or reference elevation, for example, and the direction of flow is from 1 to from 1 to 2. So let's have the elevation head of point 1. So from our reference, how high is point 1? That is the elevation head of point 1. And then we have above the elevation head, I will be having the pressure head. Let's say the pressure at 1, this is the P1 divided by the gamma. And then above the pressure head, we'll be having the velocity head. So velocity head at 1, let's say that is the b sub 1 squared divided by 2g. Then all we have to do is draw a horizontal line towards the second point. But in actual, okay, the energy grade line goes down with the direction of flow. That is from Bernoulli. So the energy grade line goes down with the direction of the flow. That is because of head loss. And then on the second point, below the head loss, we have the velocity head at point 2, the b sub 2 squared divided by 2g. Below that will be the pressure head at point 2, the p sub 2 over gamma, and then again, below that, we'll be having the elevation of the second point of the pipe. So this is our equivalent diagram. All we have to do is write now our equation. So this is from the law of conservation of energy. So the energy at point 1 will be equal to the energy at point 2. So E sub 1 is basically equal to E sub 2. Starting with the elevation head, let's say that is Z1 plus the pressure head. We have the P sub 1 over gamma. Then elevation head, we have the B sub 1 squared divided by 2G. Then that will be equal to, okay, we are now at point 2 starting with the head loss plus the B sub 2 squared divided by 2G plus we have the P sub 2 over gamma, and then lastly we have the elevation head at point 2. So if there are no pumps or motors involved, this will be our general equation for this example, okay, for our energy equation. So let's have our first examples. Okay, so let's have our first example. A pipe gradually enlarges from 300 mm in diameter at point A to 600 millimeters at point B. The velocity at A is 4.6 meters per second, and the pressure at A is 270 kilopascals. Assuming that 1.2 meters of head is lost between A and B, determine the pressure at B if it be located 7.5 meters lower in elevation than A. So parang ito yung mga given. So the direction of flow is from A to B. So that will be our direction. So again, ito yung mga given diameter at yun. So let's say at point A will be our point 1, point B will be our second point. So D1 is 300, P1 is 270, given yung B sub 1, 4.6 meters per second. So given yung D sub 2, okay, ang required dito is the pressure at point B. And hindi rin given yung velocity at 2. But again, kailangan natin yan for the energy equation. So pwede natin gawin dito, we may apply the continuity equation. So continuity equation is that we have, that is Q1 is equal to Q2. So what is Q1? We have area 1 B1 and Q2 is area 2 velocity number 2. Ayan, so based given, what is our area 1? So that is pi 300 mm is 0.3 in meter squared divided by 4. So take note na given ang V1. V1 is given as 4.6 meters per second. Is equal to area 2. So we'll be having that is pi divided by 4. Diameter at section 2 is 600 mm or 0.6 meter squared. Then multiplied by B sub 2. So we may cancel yung pi over 4. Okay, so dito we can now compute for the velocity at point 2. So that will be the same as 0.3 squared times 4.6 and then divided by 0.6 squared. So we're having that as 1.15. Okay, the velocity is 1.15 meters per second. So since from 300 to 600, lumaki yung section, expected na, ayun, babagal yung flow. So as you can see, wala tayong given na reference point or elevations. So pwede nating gawin, yung lower point natin will be our elevation 0. So let's say this will be our elevation 0. So start tayo sa point 1. Let's say yung given na 7.5 will be our elevation head at 1. So kung i-recall natin kanina, ano yung nasa ibabaw ng elevation head? We have the pressure head, that is the P1 over gamma. Above the pressure head, we have the b sub 1 squared over 2g, the velocity head. Gawa lang tayo ng horizontal line towards the second point. So sabi natin, babagsak ang energy grade line, okay, on the direction of the flow. So dahil yun sa head loss. So below the head loss, we have the velocity head at point 2, b sub 2 squared over 2g, and we'll be having the pressure head, that is p sub 2 over gamma. So since inassume natin yung lower point kanina, point B to be elevation 0, so basically our elevation head at the second point will be 0. Ayan, so we can now write our energy equation. And so rewriting our energy equation, that is elevation head at 1 plus the P1 over gamma, then plus the velocity head, B1 squared over 2G is equal to energy sa kabila, starting with the head loss plus the B sub 2 squared divided by 2G plus the P sub 2 over gamma, and then plus elevation at point 2. Ayan, all we have to do now is substitute. Ayan, ano yung ating elevation head at point 1? So basically, given lang ito as 7.5 plus pressure head at point 1. Ayan, so given lang din siya as 270 kilopascals. So this is divided by 9.81. Okay, then plus B1, given lang din ito, 4.6 squared divided by twice ng 9.81 equal to head loss is given as 1.2, and then plus V sub 2, na-solve natin yun kanina. Ano ulit yun? 1.15 meters per second. So that is 1.15 squared, okay, divided by twice ng 9.81. And then plus the pressure head at point 2, P sub 2 over gamma. Okay, by the way, yung gamma natin is gamma water, 9.81. And then elevation head at point 2 is 0. Ayun, so in this equation, ang unknown na lang is the pressure head at point 2. So compute natin. So that will be 7.5, okay, plus 270. This is divided by 9.81. And then plus we have 4.6 squared divided by 2 times the 9.81. Yeah, so minus 1.2. And then minus 1.15 squared divided by 2 times 9.81. Though pwede rin ninyong i-shift solve ito kung gusto ninyo. And then times 9.81. So sana tama. So we have 341.722. So 341.722 kilopascals. So this will be the pressure at point B. So check natin if this is available sa choices. Okay, that will be yung suot natin sa item number 1 will be letter A. So 341.7. So ito yung solution natin for item number 1. Okay, so let's have item number 2. This is a situational problem, so number 2 to 4. in order to provide irrigation, water has to be pumped to an elevation of 120 meters and through a 600 millimeter diameter pipe where the pressure required at the higher elevation is 172 kilopascals. The source reservoir is at elevation 60 meters and the discharge point is at atmospheric pressure. The required discharge is at 1 cubic meter per second, and estimated head loss due to friction and other factors is 2.45 meters. So let's have the first requirement, number 2. Compute the velocity of water inside the pipe. So this is a bonus question. For a reason, di ba, given naman na yung discharge, that is 1 cubic meter per second, and given naman na yung diameter, which is 600 mm. So the required lang, yung required lang sa number 2 is simply the velocity. So take note, we are using just one diameter of pipe, 600 mm. So flow rate is equal to area times velocity. So we have that as 1 cubic meter per second. We have the diameter is 0.6 or 600 mm, 0.6 meters squared pi divided by 4 times the velocity of flow. So ito lang yung tanong sa item number 2. So that will be 4 over 0.6 squared shift pi. So you have that as 3.537. Right, 3.537 meters per second. So check natin if we have this one sa choices sa item number 2. Okay, so that will be 3.537. Closest value is letter D. We have 3.54. Okay, proceed tayo sa question number 3. Calculate the amount of energy that the pump must furnish. So that will be the head output of the pump. So again, ito yung mga given. So to determine the head output of the pump, we'll be needing to use the energy equation. So kaya lang, ano yung mga points na i-consider natin? Okay, to write our energy equation. Kapag may involved na open reservoir, so open reservoir is an ideal reference point. So sabihin natin, this is our point number 1. Then, yung sa elevation 2 natin, 120 meters, siya na lang yung gamitin natin as point 2. Ayan, so bakit ideal na gamitin na reference ang isang reservoir? So when it comes to reservoir, it is exposed to atmosphere. So yung kanyang pressure will be 0. So P sub 1 is 0. Since wala ring dimension yung ating reservoir, hindi niya given ano yung dimension, gano'ng kalaki, gano'ng kaliit, we cannot actually compute the volume of water in this reservoir. So kahit for example, nagdi-discharge tayo, kinukuha ng pump yung tubig, we cannot actually compute yung volume ng tubig na nawawala dito sa reservoir. So hindi rin natin masasabi na very obvious yung pagbaba ng liquid surface. So kapag malaking reservoir, ina-assume din na yung velocity is 0. So you can already eliminate two terms kapag ang usapan or kapag ang ginamit mo ay open reservoir. And then dito sa reservoir, given yung elevation, that is 600 meters. So therefore, ito yung ating elevation head. So let's say nandito na yung ating energy level. Elevation head Z1. So parang kulang yung energy kaya gagamit tayo ng pump. So let's say nandito yung energy level. So for example, sabihin natin, nandito yung energy level dahil sa ang available lang dito is elevation head number 1. Gawa tayo ng horizontal line towards the pump. Supposedly, may head loss from the reservoir to the pump. Let's say head loss number 1. Kaya lang, ang problema dito, hindi given yung distance from the reservoir to the pump. Pero pwede natin i-assume as head loss number 1. So for example, nandito lang yung energy level dahil sa head loss number 1, itataas yun ng pump. Okay, so let's say this is the head output of the pump. And then gawa lang tayo ng horizontal line, or taas pa natin ng konti. So gawa lang tayo ng horizontal line towards the second point. Again, babagsak ulit yung ating energy grade line. Okay, that is due to head loss number 2. So ano ulit yung nasa baba ng head loss number 2? We have the B sub 2 squared over 2g, that is our velocity head. Below the velocity head, we'll be having the pressure head, that is the P sub 2 over gamma. And then yung given na elevation, 120, that will be elevation number 2. So yun yung mga elements natin for the energy diagram. So kung isusulat na natin yung equivalent ng energy equation, this is elevation 1 plus the P1 over gamma plus the B sub 1 squared over 2G. Pero as you can see, from the reservoir to the pump, magkakaroon tayo ng head loss. And yung direction ng head loss na yan is basically, supposedly, pababa. So kung pababa, yan. So dapat i-minus natin yun or i-subtract natin. Okay, so this should be minus head loss number 1. So nandito na tayo sa level ng pump. Anong igagawin? Okay, itataas yun ng pump. The energy will be raised by the pump. Let's say this is the head output of the pump. After ng pump, equate na natin yun sa second point, which is equal to, starting with, ano yung meron sa second point natin? Starting with head loss number 2. Sa baba ng head loss number 2, we have the B sub 2 squared divided by 2G. Then we have the P sub 2 divided by gamma plus elevation at point number 2. Ayan. So, what we have to do now is substitute. Yan. So, for item number 2, substitute tayo. Ano yung elevation sa section 1? We have that as 60 meters. Plus, again, ang advantage ng open reservoir as reference, zero pressure, zero velocity. And then, as you can see, yung head loss natin na to, pwede nating i-transpose sa kabila. So, that is plus the head output is equal to, so from negative, pag transpose natin, magiging positive na yan. Head loss number 1 plus head loss number 2, okay, plus B sub 2 squared divided by 2G plus the P sub 2 over gamma and then elevation number 2. Okay, so ano yung value ng head loss 1 and head loss number 2? Take note, may given tayo na total head loss daw kanina. So ito yung total head loss at 2.45. So basically yung head loss 1 plus head loss 2 is the total head loss. Let's say 8 sub t. And so we are now to substitute. So we have, okay, this is 60 meters elevation na reservoir. Then plus the head output of the pump is equal to total head loss 1 plus head loss 2 is 2 basta given lang siya as 2.45 meters. And then plus B sub 2, that is the velocity. Isa lang yung velocity ng pipe, ng flow sa pipe natin since isang pipe lang siya. This is 3.537 squared divided by twice ng 9.81. And then plus pressure at 2. Okay, given lang din yun. The required pressure at the exit is 172 kilopascals divided by 9.81 plus elevation number 2 is 120 meters. Ayan. So, in this equation, ang ano na lang natin is the head output of the pump. So, try natin gumamit ng shift solve. 60 plus alpha x, alpha equals 2.45 plus 3.537 squared. This is divided by 2 times 9.81. Okay, plus we have 172. Okay, divided by 9.81. And then plus elevation number 2 is 120. Yan. So, shift solve. So, ang nakuha ko dito is 80.621. This is 80.621 meters. Okay, this will be our answer kay item number 2. So, nakita ko na siya kanina. Ito yung sa choices. Ay, no, number 3 na pala to. Item number 3 is 80.62 sa choices natin. So, this is, again, item number 3. And then, last requirement for this situational problem, item number 4, determine the power output of the pump. Ayan, so paano ba tayo nagko-compute ng power? This is for item number 4. Okay, when it comes to fluid flow sa pipes, power is basically the unit weight of water kung tubig yung fluid natin. Then we have the discharge and then the head. So kung ang hinahanap is the power output, basically dapat ang gamitin natin is head output. And then, ano yung required unit? It is in the horsepower. So, we substitute what is gamma water, that is 9,810 newtons per cubic meter. Take note, ang given kanina na discharge, the discharge is simply 1 cubic meter per second. And then, yung computed natin na head output is the 80.621 meters. So, if you are to do unit analysis, cancel yung cubic meter. Okay, ano na lang yung naiwan na unit dito? Ang naiwan na unit dito is the Newton meter per second. Or basically, this is the watts. Then, kung i-convert natin siya sa horsepower, this is multiplied by, we have 1 horsepower is to 746 watts. Ayan, so kung ano man yung makuha natin na value dito, divided by 746, okay, so that the final answer will be in the unit of horsepower. Ayan, so we have 9,810 multiplied by 1 lang pala yun. So times, we have the 80.621. So that will be in watts divided by 746. So 1,060.177. 1,060.177 horsepower. So check natin if we have this one sa choices. Alright, so the closest value, okay, let's have it as letter C, kay item number 4. So ito yung solution natin. For the situational problem, we have number 2 to 4. Okay, so let's proceed sa next situational problem. That is, I think, 5 to 7. So a pipe network consists of pipeline 1 from A to B, then at B connected to pipelines 2 and 3, where it merges again at point C to form a single pipeline 4 up to point D. Pipelines 1 to 4 are in series connection, whereas pipeline 2 and 3 are parallel to each other. So the rate of flow in The rate of flow from A to B is 100 liters per second, and use F is equal to 0.02 for all pipes. So parang yung equivalent illustration natin will be like this. So given, so for all pipes, gagamit daw tayo ng friction factor equal to 0.02. And then for pipe number 1, that is pipe AB, given na yun, let's say Q1 na lang equal to 100, that is 100 liters per second. So take note, if ang given is friction factor, we are to use yung formula ni Darcy-Weisbach. So pwedeng in terms of the velocity, head loss, ito yung okay, so again, when it comes to the Darcy-Weisbach, yun, ang ini-introduce nyo is usually the friction factor. So supposedly if we have more time, we can discuss yung kanilang formula. So kapag ang given is friction factor, ang equivalent ng head loss, the usual is the H sub F, which is equal to, pwedeng in terms of velocity, we have the friction factor multiplied by the ratio of the length to the diameter, then multiplied by the velocity head, the B squared over 2G. Kung i-expand lang natin yung equivalent ng V in terms of Q, then we simplify using yung constant ng G. Okay, we can have it 0.0826. The friction factor length Q squared, and this is divided by the diameter raised to 5. So ito yung formula ni siguro nina Darcy-Weisbach. So ano yung first requirement is compute the flow rate in pipeline number 2. So we have Q1 again is given 100 liters per second. Hinahanap yung Q sub 2, and then siguro mamaya yung ibang required Q sub 3. And okay, dito sa CD, we'll be having Q sub 4. Ang equivalent ng continuity equation nito, we have that as the Q1 is equal to Q sub 2 plus Q sub 3. And then, mag-merge naman sila ulit doon. That will be the same or equal to Q sub 4. That is equal to the 100 liters per second. Ayan, so how do we compute for Q sub 2? So, common ito sa board exam actually when it comes to pipe networks or pipe systems. The usual na start ng solution nito is that kung meron tayong parallel pipes, yan, kung meron tayong parallel pipes, they will have equal head loss. So, sino yung parallel pipes natin? Ang parallel pipes natin is si pipe number 2 and pipe number 3. So, we can write that head loss ni pipeline number 2 ay equal sa head loss ni pipeline number 3. Ano yung reason behind kung bakit equal ang head loss ng parallel pipes? So, kung gagawa tayo ng energy equation, which is ginawa natin sa mga previous example, from B to C, for example, yan, di ba, kailangan lang natin ng 2 points. So, sa point B and then point C, kung gagawa natin siya ng energy equation, isang head loss lang yun. So, that's why when it comes to parallel pipes, we have equal head loss. Okay, so gamitin natin yung mga properties ni na pipeline number 2 and pipeline number 3. So, gamit na lang tayo ng formula ng discharge. So, formula ng discharge is H sub F by Darcy-Weisbach, 0.0826. Friction factor, the length, the discharge squared, and then the diameter, this is raised to 5. Okay, so mag-substitute tayo, properties ng head loss 2 and head loss number 3. So we have 0.0826 26. Ano yung friction factor? For all pipes, we're using 0.02. And then, kay pipe number 2, ano yung kanyang length? The length is 2,200. Then, this is Q sub 2 squared. And then, divided by, ano yung diameter ni pipeline number 2? We have 300 mm. So, that is 0.3. This is raised to 5. Equal to, okay, dun tayo sa properties ni pipeline number 3. We have 0.0826, 0.02 for all pipes. Length the pipeline number 3 is 3,200. Then we have Q sub 3 squared, and then divided by diameter ni pipeline number 3 is 200 mm. So in meters, 0.2 raised to 5. So pwede natin gawin dito, we can cancel yung 0.0826, 0.02. Yan, para mas simple. And then, express na lang natin in terms of the unknown, yung first requirement, in terms of Q sub 2. So, paano ba natin gagawin yun? So, yun yung 2,200 divided by 0.3. That is raised to 5. And then, i-cross multiply natin yung value ng 0.2 raised to 5. And then, mali. And then, yan, divided by 3,200. Ayan. So, kumbaga, 2,200 divided by 0.3 raised to 5 times 0.2 raised to 5 divided by 3,200 equals. And then, since as you can see, both of them ay naka-squared. So, para matanggal yung squared, kunin natin yung square root. So, we have that as square root of 66 divided by 27. Gamitin na lang natin to para hindi tayo magra-round. Square root of 66 divided by 27. So, that will be the square root of 66 divided by 27 of Q sub 2 is equal to Q sub 3. So, basically, yung ginawa ko, I express the value of Q sub 3 in terms of Q sub 2. So, to solve for item number 5, yan, for item number 5, balik lang tayo sa pinaka-basic natin na equation, the continuity equation. So, that is basically we have Q sub 2 plus Q sub 3 is equal to yung given na Q1. So, we substitute, this is Q sub 2 plus an equivalent ng Q sub 3. Q sub 3 is the square root of 66 divided by 27 of Q sub 2 is equal to Q1. Q1 is 100 liters per second. So as you can see in this equation, ang unknown na lang will be, yan, ang unknown na lang is Q sub 2. So let us compute. So Q sub 2, that is simply 1 plus the square root of 66 divided by 27. And then 100 liters divided by that value. So, ang nakuha dito is 76.87. So, we have 76.87 liters per second. So, check natin. Do we have this one sa choices? Okay, closest value will be letter C. And so, we have 76.9 liters per second. That will be letter C. So, paano naman yung follow-up question? Number 6. Number 6 is compute the flow rate in pipeline number 3. Ayan, madali na lang yan. Balikan na lang natin yung ating continuity equation. So, this is for question number 6. Okay, we have Q sub 2 plus the Q sub 3 is equal to Q sub 1. So, Q sub 2, na-compute natin. So, that is 76.87 plus Q sub 3 and then equal to 100 liters per second. So ito naman yung discharge kay pipeline number 3. So simply 100 minus this value, 23.13. Ayan. So we have 23.13 liters per second. So ito naman yung sagot natin sa item number 6. Okay, that will be closest value natin is ayan, si letter A. 23.1 lang yung nandito. So yun yung sagot natin sa item 5 and 6. And then yung last requirement, item number 7, compute the total head loss from A to D. So, when it comes to the total head loss, focus lang tayo sa mga series. So, ano yung mga connected in series? So, sino yung mga pipes na yun? Pipe number 1, 2, and then number 4. So, again, take note that head loss 2 and 3 will share the same head loss. Isang head loss lang yun. So, no need to times 2 or head loss 2 plus head loss 3. Hindi ganon. So, basically, how do we compute for the total head loss? Yun. Kay item number 7, yung ating total head loss will be equal to head loss number 1 plus head loss number 2 or number 3. Gamitin na lang natin si number 2 and then head loss ni number 4. So again, no need to times 2 yung head loss 2 or plus head loss number 3. Isang head loss lang ang pipe number 2 and pipe number 3. Excuse. So let us compute for the head losses using yung discharge formula. So we have Q1. Ang Q1 natin is 100 liters per second or 0.1 cubic meter per second. That is the same as Q sub 4. Diba? Equal lang yung Q1 and Q4 kasi nag-merge ulit yung 2 and 3. So again, gamitin natin yung discharge formula ng head loss. So let's say head loss number 1 is equal to 0.0826. Friction factor is 0.02. Okay, ano yung length ni pipeline number 1? 3,000. So we have that as 3,000 meters. Q sub 1 is 0.1 squared. And then divided by diameter ni pipeline number 1 is 0.2. This is raised to 5. Equal to? Nawawala yung calculator. Na-close yata natin. Ayan, so head loss number 1 is 0.0826 times 0.02. Length niya is 3,000. Then we have 0.1. This is raised to 5. And then divided by diameter is 0.2 raised to 5. So we have that 0.154875. So parang napakaliit naman. Counter check natin kung tama. Okay. Yun yung mali. So squared lang to. So we have that as 154.875. So head loss number 1 is 154.875 meters. And then head loss number 2 or head loss number 3. So again, we have head loss 2 is basically equal to head loss number 3. Gamitin ko na lang yung properties ni pipeline number 2. We have 0.0826, friction factor is 0.02, Length ni pipeline number 2 is 2,200. Ano yung nakuha natin kanina na Q sub 2? 76. This is 76.87. So, in liters, in cubic meter divided by 1,000, 0.07687. This is in terms of cubic meter per second. So from liters to cubic meters, simply divided by 1,000. So we have discharge number 2 is 0.07687. This is squared. And then divided by, ano ulit yung diameter ni pipeline number 2. So we have it as 0.3. This is raised to 5 equal to. So ano lang ba yung papalitan natin dito? Yung kanyang length and discharge. Pati diameter. So discharge is 0.07687. And then length is 2,200. Tapos diameter is 0.3. And 8.838. So we have it as 8.838 meters. And then yung last, we have pipeline number 4. So we have head loss ni pipeline number 4 is equal to 0.0826. Friction factor is 0.02. Length ni pipeline number 4 is 2,800. Again, Q1 is the same as Q4. So 0.1 squared. And then divided by diameter niya is 400 mm, 0.4 raised to 5. Ayan, so edit lang natin yung diameter. The diameter is 0.4. The discharge is the same as 0.1. The length is 2,800. So we have that as 4.517. Okay, 4.517 meters. So dito, we have the total head loss is equal to head loss 1, 154.875 meters plus head loss 2 or head loss number 3 is 8.838. And then head loss number 4 is 4.51, tama ba? 4.517 meters. So this will be the total head loss of this pipe network. And we have 154.875 plus 8.838 plus 4.517 equal to 168.23. 168.23 meters. So, check natin ito sa item number 7 if we have this one sa choices. 168.23 meters. Okay, so closest value will be letter A, 168.235. So this will be our solution sa item 5 to 7. Okay, so let's have item or items 8 to 10. So this is another situational problem. 3 pipes of different lengths and diameters are connected in series discharges 160 liters per second. So these are the pipe's properties. Use a roughness coefficient n equal to 0.012. So if the given is roughness coefficient, we are to use the Manning's formula. So Manning's formula is, okay, we have the velocity formula. Velocity is equal to 1 over the roughness coefficient, the hydraulic radius raised to 2 over 3, the hydraulic slope raised to 1 half. So basically, what is the equivalent of the hydraulic radius? It is the area divided by the wetted perimeter. The hydraulic slope, in general, it is basically the head loss divided by the length of the pipe. So when it comes to Manning's formula, okay, we are using the roughness coefficient n. And also when it comes to Manning's formula, the head loss, we usually use the h sub n. So we can rewrite the equivalent of the hydraulic slope as h sub n divided by the length. So using this two equivalents of yun, the equivalent of R tsaka yung equivalent ng S, if we are to derive that, we are to arrive with a formula for head loss for pipes under Manning's. We have H sub n is equal to 10.29 n squared times L. The discharge is squared, then this is divided by the diameter raised to 16 over 3. So this is the Manning's formula for head loss for pipes. So let's have the first requirement. Let's have item number 8. Item number 8 is determine the head loss. Okay, determine the head loss in pipe number 2. So these are the properties of pipeline number 2. 1,500, diameter is 300 mm. So solving for number 8, okay, all we have to do is, ayun, I think direct formula lang siya. Ayun, so we have pipes that are connected in series. So again, we have Q1 will be simply equal to Q sub 2 and simply equal to Q sub 3. Lahat sila pareho lang, 160 liters per second. Ayun, so item number 8, direct sub tayo dito. So head loss in pipeline number 2 is equal to 10.29, roughness coefficient of 0.012. The length of pipeline number 2 is 1,500 meters. Discharge, so pare-pareho lang yun, 160 liters per second. Or in cubic meters, simply divided by 1,000, 0.16 cubic meter per second. So 0.16 squared, then divided by diameter of pipeline number 2, we have that as 0.3 raised to 5. So ito yung sagot natin sa item number 8. So we have 10.29.012 squared. Length is 1,500. And then we have 0.16 squared. So diameter niya 0.3. This is 0.3 raised to, ayun, correction. Bakit raised to 5? Nasa Manning's na pala tayo. Supposedly, this is raised to 16 over 3. Raised to 16 divided by 3. So we have that as 34.978. So 34.978 meters. This is head loss ni pipeline number 2. So if you are to observe kay item number 8, ang sagot natin dito should be letter C. And then question number 9 tayo. Determine the total head loss. So kailangan na lang natin dito si head loss ni pipeline number 1 and pipeline number 3. Meron na tayong pipeline number 2 head loss. Ayan, so solving for number 9. Ayan, so unahin natin. Let's have head loss number 1 equal to 10.29.012. Ano yung lengthy pipeline number 1? We have that as 1,800. The same discharge, 0.16 squared. And then diameter ni pipeline number 1 is 0.45 or 450 mm, 0.45 meter raised to 16/3. So head loss number 1, ayun, so edit lang natin to. Ay. So we have the diameter, palitan lang natin siya ng 0.45, tapos yung length, gawin lang natin siyang 1,800. So head loss number 1 is 4.829. 4.829 meters. And then we have head loss number 3 equal to 10.29.012. Oh, correction, dapat naka-squared. Naka-squared ba yun sa calculator natin kanina? Yung n? Yes, naka-squared naman. Yan, correction dito, dapat naka-squared yung n. So, 0.012 squared. Length ni pipeline number 3 is 800. The same discharge, 0.16 squared. And then, diameter ni pipeline number 3, we have 0.25 raised to 16/3. So, edit lang natin yung nasa calcu. The diameter should be 0.25 and then the length is 800. So that is equal to 49. Yan, 49.328. And so, ang required lang naman sa item number 9 is yung total. So, i-total lang natin yung mga head losses. So, this is, let's say, the total head loss of the pipes connected in a series. So, yung number 2, we have 34.978 plus 4.829. And then plus, we have 49.328. So, a total of 89.135. 89.135 meters. So, again, when it comes to a series connection of pipes, the total head loss is simply the summation of all head losses. Okay, let us check if we have these choices. Yung 89.135. Okay, so the closest value for item number 9 is letter D, 89.14. And then yung last requirement, number 10, determine the diameter of an equivalent single pipe that could replace all 3 pipes. So as you can see, they are connected in series and iba-iba yung diameter or diameters. So ang required sa number 10 is gagawin lang natin siyang isang diameter. Pero dapat, if we are to replace these 3 pipes with just 1 pipe, dapat the same capacity. A capacity of 0.16 cubic meter per second. And corresponds to the same head loss. Ang head loss niya supposedly is the total head loss H sub n equal to 89.135 meters. So kung walang binigay na panibagong properties, we are using the same roughness coefficient of 0.012. So, yun. From the formula, yun, mula sa formula ni Mannings, we have the this is H sub n equal to 10.29 n squared L Q squared divided by the diameter is to 16/3. So, ang hinahanap lang natin yan is the diameter. So, kung papalitan, dapat the same head loss of 89.135 meters equal to 10.29 Roughness coefficient of 0.012. So what about pala yung total length? Ano yung magiging total length ng pipe natin is the summation of the lengths ng tatlong pipes. So we have that as ayan, 1,800 plus 1,500, that is 3,300 plus 800. So tama kaya? 4,100. Tama. So it should be 4,100. Okay, so since one pipe na lang siya, the summation of the three pipes length. So 4,100 meters. Again, so dapat naka-squared ito. We have 4,100. Dapat the same capacity, 0.16 squared, and then divided by the new diameter. This is raised to 16 over 3. So yung masosolve natin na diameter na to should be in meter or meters. Yan. So compute for the diameter, we have 10.29 squared. Hindi ba ito yung naka-squared? Yung 0.012 squared. Then 4,100 multiplied by 0.16 squared. Divided by the head loss, 89.135. Pwede rin ship solve kung gusto nyong i-ship solve. Then raised to 3 over 16. So 0.304. Here that's 0.304 meter. Or in millimeters, we can have it as 304 mm. So, ito yung value na nasa choices natin sa item number 10. So, 304 millimeters. Okay, this will be our solution kay problem 8 to 10.